Hello and welcome back. This week we are continuing the adventures of Dura on the Grey Warden, currently storming a castle, Castle Redcliffe. And last time we successfully defended the village of Redcliffe from attack by dead things. And into this one we found a secret way into the castle and fought our way up to this point. And now there's a note that I could pull this gate lever and allow some help in, like knights and militia members, to come in and help me. The thing is I feel like they tend to die a little bit too much and aren't all that helpful. So I'd just as soon, stick with my party. People I can keep alive and will not be permanently dead. I mean, yeah, they're just NPCs, functionally a series of ones and zeros, but I'd rather just leave them alive. Alright, in we go.
As you say. Yes. As you wish.
Alright. Now. Let's try to scout this area out. Nothing so far.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is a dwarf, Connor. You've seen dwarves before. We've had them here at the castle.
Had them? For dinner, maybe. Looks like a tough chew. Maybe in a nice stew. Shall I send it to the kitchen, Mother?
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does.
So he is the evil force you spoke of.
No! Don't say that!
So, the boy has become an abomination and sundered the veil.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Odysseus?
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This man will have the audience he seeks. Tell us, what have you come here for?
I came here to help if I could.
To help me? To help Father? To help yourself? Which?
Not exactly sure what I'd do here. I mean, if I was there, I'd probably explain, well, I came here looking for allies against the Darkspawn, and thought Arling would be the best person for that. But it seems I need to solve problems in order to get his help. To help the people you've terrorized.
I was just having fun. Everyone else had fun too. Are you having fun, Uncle?
Marmalade!
You see? We're having fun. I think you're just trying to spoil things. What do you think, Mother? I think it's threatening me.
I don't think...
Of course you don't. Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This man spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village, and now he'll repay me.
More foes approach.
Completely ignore me, thanks. Oh. Some healing here would be nice.
Will not win!
It is done.
Tegan. Oh, Tegan. Are you all right?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. The fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
You knew about this all along.
Yes. I didn't tell you because I believed we could help him. I still do.
Clearly the child is an abomination. There is only one way to stop it.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please. I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
Where is Arling?
Upstairs in his room. I think the demon has been keeping him alive.
So if we destroy the demon, then...
Then my husband may perish. Yes.
Where is Connor now? Why did he run?
I think he ran upstairs, to the family quarters.
Violence scares him. I know that sounds strange. He may have run up to his room, or
Or he might be waiting in ambush?
I don't know. The fighting may have scared Connor into coming out again, and so he ran.
So you're saying he may be vulnerable?
Perhaps. Is there no other way?
So you had no idea the man you hired was an assassin?
None. I trusted Logain. Why wouldn't I? How could I have suspected the mage he sent would be a murderer?
And Eamon knew nothing of your plans. Do you not realize what you've done, Isolde?
Eamon would only demand we do the right thing. I was not going to lose my son. Not to magic.
And now you may lose him anyway, and so much more.
No. No, please. There must be another way. There must be something we can do.
What are our options?
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
No? What about the mage? He could know something of this demon. If he still lives, we could speak to him.
He is down in the dungeon, still alive.
Then we should bring him here immediately. I do not know how much we can trust him. But we must find out what he knows. Tegan, could you find him?
I will try. Though if he resists, I will not hesitate to kill him. I'll return shortly.
You're lucky to be alive, John. After all you've done.
I didn't summon any demon, Lady Isolde. But I did poison the owl, and that started all this. I'm willing to help if you'll let me. The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade, without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt, and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages. But I have blood magic.
What difference does that make?
Lyrium provides the power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
Yes, playing as dwarf character who doesn't really understand magic. Is there no other method?
The power has to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
It does seem like a sensible choice, with a willing participant.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
I know more about such things than others. I'm a dwarf, royal, have had no reason to know anything about magic whatsoever. There must be another way to enter the Fade.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
Circle of Magi is not far from here, and we need to go there anyway.
That is an excellent point. One of the treaties is also for the Circle of Magi, after all.
The tower is about a day's journey across the lake. You could attempt to get the mage's help.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
I will take that chance.
Very well. I will keep Jowan here as a precaution. He says he wants to help, so he will keep an eye on Connor with us. Go to the tower quickly, then. The longer you are away, the greater the chances of disaster.
Okay. Guys, the fight's over. You can sheathe your weapons. Stand down. Whatever. I'll just loot the bodies of the guards who we killed. We killed the guards, but not Tegan. Makes sense.
As you say.
Sure. Damn. Those things. All right. Give me a second. Ah. This one is especially for Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
Alright, there we go.
Yes.
Can't open that. Thing's full right now. I'll just go. Landmark tree? Oh, right, I think I know what that's for. Right, for now, go to Redcliffe Village. And after that, we'll go to the Calenhead Docks. I can still go to Lothering. Interesting. I can. Hmm. yeah, there's a reason to come up here. Come back down here. Chanter's
Very well.
Yes. Quests. We have nothing new. Alright. Let's visit the man, the blacksmith. Hang on a second. I'm going to probably gonna show this when we go through all my inventory to make sure there's anything I actually want to use. That is better, alright. So, what comment to make on this armor? That seems to be a lot of exposed skin and a lot of exposed skin there. And also a lot of exposed skin there. And also looks like it could catch blades in the middle there, but, you know, that's that. The color. Beasts. Have a bone. Not that I need you to like me more, but, you know, have a bone. Alright. So now, we talk with this guy.
My Valena returned. She told me of your daring rescue. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Take this. A reward for your deed. It's Dwarven made and should serve you well.
Well, let's see how good it actually is. Thank you, I was glad to help.
Thank you again. I'm forever in your debt.
Alright, what did I get? Dwarven... Shielded Dwarven armor. Good. Medium armor. I can't actually switch to see if... be better for... Alistair?
You're welcome here, friend. What can I do for you?
You can buy my stuff.
You're welcome to whatever I have, obviously. I'm at your service.
Alright, axe. Valena, what do you have to say?
Thank you, kind sir. I'd never have been able to return to my father if it wasn't for...
Okay. So now we are going to give some gifts. Everything for you. You. That's the dog and
Vashaden.
Oh, blasted.
Indeed. That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely. And there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
hello.
Everyone thinks that the Arl is as good as dead. There's no way he's coming back now after what's been done to him.
Chanter's board. Could read through all those, but I know I'm going to accept them anyway.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Nothing new. Alright. Random fire. Toasty. Page Collective's liaison. No actual name. Interesting.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Tell me more.
The collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at these requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Yeah, curious accusations. Self-murder, treacherous claim. Country has... Gift of silence. Continue. Effective is always successful. Exemplars our continued devotion to our safety requires certain concessions on our part. It is in the interest of renewing our relationship with these fine agents of the community. We ask that a willing man of character, grace, our good friends with the gift of lyrium prepared 10 lyrium potions off them to the Knight Commander Harath and Redcliffe. Disaster. So consumed have I been with my personal projects I have neglected to collect the vital components of the herbal remedy I used to sharpen my mind from the thoughts of the world. Without I'm ruined, I humbly request that any who bring me 10 bottles of deep mushrooms. With this I can continue my quest for enlightenment with a clear mind and fewer bouts of drowsiness of indigestion. May he who accepts this request be showered in riches and love. Maker's heart for this noble and selfless deed. It's literally my salvation. Guy wants a bunch of shrooms. Towards the banister, in time of these, one must suspect even his neighbor of the dark dealings, lest they cast shadows upon those whose labor under the light eye. Ubasto? Jubasto? I've heard tell of a cabal of Maleficarum performing rites in the dark near my sanctum. I certainly wish to see them brought to justice for their dark deeds. I hesitate, however, to accuse them of foul sorcery without a full understanding of the trappings, rituals, and appearance of the dark magic required. The writings of the hated Maleficarum banister should be suitable. Should a courier be available to procure me copies of the Scroll of Banister, I should be appropriately capable. Okay. So, it's collective. 10 lyrium potions. How many lyrium potions do I have? I have 11.
A little something extra. For friendship.
Okay, which quest was that? To Knight Commander Harath and Redcliffe.
Good to see you again.
Who are you people?
Our home is still standing. It's been ransacked a little, but it's still there. We've been incredibly fortunate.
Okay. Knight Commander Harith.
Move along, friend.
I have a gift for you from the Mages Collective.
Oh, wonderful. I always appreciate correspondence from my upstanding friends in the Collective. On behalf of myself and my men, I thank you. I'll make sure the Collective's generosity is reciprocated. On your way now.
Oh, landmark tree. Yes, that was the dog just peeing on the tree. Our dominance. Yep, increases the hound's aggression and tenacity in this defense. I'm not sure what exactly that means. Alright, so... Blood mages... Chapters forward. So can I just... I can go back to Lothering apparently. I can't talk to you, I can talk to the adventuring leader. That's about it. I can go for it over there. Hello.
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in.
Where are you going?
We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You?
What's the message about?
We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
I'm here to stop you.
I thought you said... Wait. You're serious?
Why not let us deliver your message?
I suppose that's all right. As long as it gets there. Stay safe.
Get that without killing anyone. I think I've heard there's a general way that like messages were carried away. If you didn't have a courier to go all the way there, you could. I think frequently the person be paid by whoever receives the letter. This is where you could like have a bunch of people like handing the message off of here and there, more or less just like, oh, this person will pay you this like some money for delivering this message. And it's not destroyed yet. Alright, let's...
Of all the...
Yes. Yes.
Nope, she's the only one. Alright.
Hello again.
I might be able to help you with traps now.
You can. I would happily pay you to make some. There's wood and nails and other goods around the village and the forest. But you probably already know that. Sorry. Come back if you make some.
Alright. There are traps around his friend. 3 spring traps. Right. Skills. Alright, there we go.
Did you make any traps?
I have the traps. Do I scare you or something?
All strangers do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You seem nice.
I have the traps for you.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you, stranger.
Alright. There we go. And now... Actually, I'm surprised I can even come back here, because... Most of I remember is as soon as I left this place, it just was destroyed by the Darkspawn. But... Oh, apparently I can't leave directly from here. And off we go. Alright.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound Warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Jory is not a human being. Or possibly means any other human being other than Alistair, but you know.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Alright. Now, Alistair.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But, after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
Really, from my large sense, it feels like getting, like, the only contact you have is like letters, news, word of mouth, not such. You suddenly get a letter saying, "Hey, I'm your long lost brother." From my perspective, I feel a little bit like, you know, the Nigerian prince scam, but I don't know. What are you expecting she will do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Something I can help with?
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You just don't seem to belong in a cloister, though maybe I'm not sure how I'd know that.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And why were you seeking safe harbor?
The chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay. Sten.
Yes.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
That's not what I meant.
It's what you asked.
Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Pashera, was there anything else?
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
Well, what's an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
So he's your king?
Kunari have no kings.
What do you have then?
Little patience for endless questions.
I feel like this question would make sense, because the Blight, from what we know, doesn't actually care about national borders or who's, what group, ethnicity, anything. They'll just kill everyone. So it makes sense that if, so getting into the history of the world, the last Blight was about 400, I think about 400 years ago, and the Kunari appeared after that. So they have had no experience with the Blight. So they would not know about, so they would have questions. Though, yeah, I suppose they might not trust the natives, the people who've been here longer, about what it is. They won't want to find out for themselves. did you find the answer to his question?
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
I would probably feel that, but why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Enchantment?
I'd like some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Okay, Keeper. So that have slow juices, lightning, damage, fire damage. There. And now Miss Morrigan.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
I must. Let's see. Is there anything that can be done for a possessed mage?
'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires Lyrian and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have, yes? And, had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it. What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Doesn't actually eliminate conversation options. Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
A nutty old bat.
Sometimes I do wonder the very same thing. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
Logically, I would not know of such a thing.
Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Okay, and though this seems little bit out of character. I'm actually doing this to maximize her approval, so seems like a fair deal.
Aye, it was. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement in the first place. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
But wasn't she now married to a wealthier man?
That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which she never invaded, or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
That seems ominous. Maybe foreshadowing. Legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters?
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Interestingly fatalistic. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
An interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died a long time ago. Actually, I'm not sure she did. Sometimes I remember going back to Orzammar and He notes that your mother is sick, or at least the king's wife is sick. It might not be your mother. I love her. What else do you want to know?
Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Alright. So, this is where I'm going to call it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day. I will be back in a week with another gameplay video.